Aha.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Sunday night episode of Blanks and Fattie.
I'm Fattie.
This is Blanks.
And, yeah, happy to have you here.
Yeah. Thank you, Interdevia, for that awesome intro song.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to listen to, and it's really cool to get played in with it.
Yeah, definitely. We got a full house tonight. We have a couple of folks tonight to discuss our issues and topics. This evening, we have our returning guest, Major Mac. How you doing tonight, Major Mac?
We're good.
We have new to the channel, long-time watcher, long-time listener,
Second-time caller.
Miss Words of Sass.
Words of Sass.
And our special guest of the night, my honor, Papa Blanks, or AKA K-Oli. Hi, Pops.
Hey, Josh, you hear me?
Yeah. You're not allowed to dox me on the show, Papa Blanks.
He's Blanks, man. There is no J word.
But yeah, welcome. We have a full house, and we're excited to have the show for you folks tonight. We are gonna discuss generational video games.
Yeah, so we normally kind of jump in with news at the start, but we're not doing that tonight. There's a lot to talk about. So we're the topic. What? That's we have a soundboard now, and we're doing things with it. So
I didn't do it. There it goes.
there we go. Yeah, see, very
Thank
well
you.
done. Set up by Mr. Blanks on
Thank
the
you.
stream board. That was well made, and want to say we'll be using the heck out of that tonight. So, that being said, I have to ask you guys first off, raise your hand if you have seen the Mortal Kombat movie, the new one. See, I don't see the raise their hands. Exactly. So Blanks, you've seen it. I have some shit I want to say about that movie, but I want to hear what you think first.
F Beans is in the chat. What's up, Mr. F Beans?
Yeah, welcome to the show, everybody. Interviewing. Thanks again for that play-in, dude.
Welcome. By the way, Up F, thank you for joining us tonight. You're our 47th. You're making us almost there, and then you get to hear the most ridiculous joke ever. And Interdeviant, I hope you caught the intro because that was for you, buddy.
If tonight's the night I tell the purple joke, I will be thrilled.
If tonight I need to hear this one.
Oh
so
man, I'll be absolutely thrilled if I get to it. Kaoli, have you heard me tell that joke? I feel like there's a chance I probably have told it to you at some point.
Is that enough?
He'd know the one.
Probably not.
That's okay, probably not. We'll assume no. Okay, so what'd you think of Mortal Kombat?
It was good for what it is. I mean, they gave me violence. They gave me, they got, oh God, no.
All right, keep going.
I enjoyed it. I mean, I wasn't like, oh my God, I thought I didn't spend like $10 on it, but it was on my HBO Max, and I was like, fuck, I'm watching it.
I care very deeply about the Mortal Kombat film franchise.
Why?
I care very deeply because I fucking loved the Mortal Kombat movies when I was a kid. I loved them, man. I grew up
They're
with the
so
Ninja trilogy.
cheesy.
No, that's okay. It's okay that they were. The second one was awful. The first one was fantastic.
Yeah.
The first one was better than the one now.
Systematic, I fully agree. I didn't hate it, but I still didn't love it, and it's not the first one.
For what it was fine. I hate it for what it was. That's where I'm coming in with this thing. I don't like it for what it was. And so I like my old Mortal Kombat lineup, my traditional Mortal Kombat story that's based off the first 2 games. And that, to me, was the Mortal Kombat universe. And then they went into universe building with Mortal Kombat 3, and this is the culmination of that. And it was so much shit I did not care about in that movie. Like, I'm like, why are they even talking about Bo Raicho? So, and everyone right now is like, okay.
Because they can.
System says he felt that it's rushed and undercut.
Yeah, Arcanas was the worst idea I've ever seen. I'm sitting here like, I didn't come here to watch a show about personal development. I came here to watch a movie where they rip each other's heads off. That's really why I came into. And if you take video game movie, we're gonna talk about video game movies later, I think, in the Power 5.
Okay.
But in terms of video game movies, it's really hard to do. They have to be self-aware. They have to be funny or campy to some degree. This was too serious.
One last chance, Sonya, fight me in Mortal Kombat. Sonya Blade, go.
Sonya Blade, go to hell. Okay. Sonya Blade was like this. She was the Mortal Kombat 3 Sonya Blade, not Mortal Kombat 1. Mortal Kombat 1 Sonya Blade did a handstand, grabbed you around the head with her legs, and then broke your neck on the ground as you played in bad Australian.
You know what? And that's what we wanted.
Yep. You know what? They would have made Kano a lot better if they casted that guy,
the guy from the Boys.
The show The Boys. Have you guys seen that?
Yes.
You know the I don't remember his name in the movie, but the Australian guy, the
guy that got like
main protagonist,
extremely like upset that you mean
oh, what's his name?
You guys know who I'm talking about, though.
Yes.
He would have made a fantastic Kano. Why didn't they cast him as Kano? They casted a knockoff, and all the guy did, it wasn't funny. He just ran around going frack, 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 frack. And that was like, okay, great, you swear. And my son's sitting there like, I have a 3 swear rule I can use.
I'm putting these right in my pocket.
So he banked that. He really enjoyed it. And he saved his last one to say, holy shit, that was a great movie. Oh man. We'll have to tell you more stories someday about the 3 swear rule we just adopted. We're just waiting.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that one, honestly.
The guy who played Scorpion in the first movie was in this movie somewhere. Was he really? I want to know, why did we decide to go the Scorpion route in like all the Mortal Kombat stories these days? Like now he's like,
people just really liked playing Scorpion. He was the easiest character to use.
Play, yep.
Oh, he's in the credits. Word. Yeah, I mean, he was. That's how I got through the first Mortal Kombat, which was a whole changer. I mean, do you remember when it went from Street Fighter to Mortal Kombat?
Oh yeah, well, Mortal Kombat was like was this thing you could do where you can go to an arcade, which actually, like, we talk about video game history. You guys remember arcades? Those were cool. Now it's just all like, play Pinko and earn a ticket. We have a contract with Konami.
Right.
So now, but you'd go and you could pay a quarter and rip a stranger's head off. And if you knew that you could uppercut people in the pit, you'd be like, oh shit, you didn't know that. That was just taking an uppercut. I'm 8, you're 30. I'm gonna talk down to you.
And you put a little coin right there on the machine and waited, didn't you?
Yeah, people would stack coins. No, man, that's my quarter. Like, people took it serious. That game was a movement.
Back forward high punch. That was that was the get over here.
Back low punch. Back low punch. Back low punch. Yep. And then his fatality was you backed up 3 steps from him, you held block, and then you hit up, and somehow that makes you rip off a mask and burn them to death. It was very easy.
Yep.
What I did like about this movie is they actually interpreted a lot more moves than they did.
Yeah, you were able to see a lot more of like
the spinning hat where he sucked him through and he was like fatality. Right? That was pretty funny. Or where Kano ripped up the heart and goes, Kano wins.
and the victory pose was just like, and that was about it. And now it's all fancy like, and it didn't need to be fancy. It was stupid. Have fun with this being a stupid game. It's like Dragon Ball Z taking itself seriously. Don't do that. That's a terrible idea. So Steph, did you ever play Mortal Kombat growing up?
I did. It was my favorite.
How did you play Mortal Kombat? Like what did you play it on and stuff?
I want to say PS3, but I'm not sure about that. Like, it's been a while.
I mean, that's fair. It's been a while.
It has been a while. I used to bike over to my friend's house and play it in his bedroom, and we'd just play that for like 2 hours.
Oh my god.
I remember finding out the blood code.
It was really hard to just Google stuff and get all the fatality stuff like that. So when you finally started getting access to that around Mortal Kombat 2, like you'd be like, oh, I know the fatalities, man.
That was more like, yeah, the internet era started coming in, and you can actually get the moves. Before that, you would have to go and buy the magazine.
You could turn people into babies in this series, and then they make this movie now. Like, what the hell, guys? Yeah. But we have the oldest gamer with us tonight, Mr. Kaoli. I want to know
the oldest gamer. I'm sure there's some older ones, but out of our group,
well, that's kind of what I'm curious about, because I wasn't around when you were, and in the 60s and 70s, it seemed like a really interesting and competitive time for games. So, like, what did you see coming around? Like, what did you play? Like, when did you kind of start playing games and see it really happen?
Well, the games that were available were usually in bars, and they were Pong and Asteroids, Breakout, that sort of thing. I mean, actually, Asteroids.
So it's all the Atari.
Asteroids actually came out in the arcades.
Mm-hmm.
The arcades were typically over at like a good miniature golf course, skate parks when they came out, and I would spend $50 playing video games, and back then that was a lot.
I mean, that's still a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. If you go by inflation.
I would spend all day in there just playing games.
Well, I mean, if you even look at it, though, this way, this is kind of interesting, so you spent $50 at an arcade playing. An average game now is about $60.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that.
But back then, this is before you had Atari, before you had, obviously, Nintendo, before there was PCs and all that sort of thing. So, this is the closest thing you came to a computer game was like, or computers was Missile Command, Asteroids, and that kind of, Dig Dug. Those are the things you saw.
Good old Dig Dug.
Dig Dug.
I mean, so you gotta some of this transparency, like further, like Dig Dug is definitely one of those games that went through generations. Like,
isn't Dig Dug a character in Super Smash?
I think he's an assist trophy.
He could be. I know he was in it somehow.
I think he's an assist trophy.
So I have to ask. I have a question.
Bubble.
What was the coolest thing to do in an arcade?
In an arcade?
Yeah. What was like the coolest thing that would happen in an arcade?
Well, it depends on what games were out at the time.
Okay.
Because they had the flight simulator. Your can't remember the name of it, but it was like you're flying a jet, and
like a
it
dogfight.
had Afterburn, I think is what it was called, and you'd basically dogfighting with jet. It's your first person, but you're in the jet, or you're just behind it, watching it fly.
Nice.
That was pretty cool. But again, those cost 50 to 75 cents per game. Now, they lasted, maybe about 30 seconds to a minute, depending on how good you were.
Because it turned out it's really hard to fly a jet.
Because now you can spend like $7 to $8 and play a virtual game where you're flying in a jet.
Right.
So would you ever?
There were those guys.
Do you remember when the virtual reality kind of games kind of started showing up in the arcades? I mean, like one of the first kind of games I remember becoming more of a 3D game was Dragon's Quest was like one of the first 3D.
Yes, Dragon's Quest.
And it was actually on like I remember it on a hologram. Like you could actually play it. It was like on a hologram board, or like the game was a hologram itself.
Yeah, it was a projection.
Yeah.
That was a really cool game. That was a creative game too. I liked the creativity of arcade era video games. They tried a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's great, and now it's mostly gone. I feel like against like kind of like ticket games, But
I don't even know.
But yeah,
House of the Dead. That was a good first-person shooter. I remember when those.
House of the Dead, that was a lot of fun.
I mean, even at that point, like when arcade games started becoming more first-person shooter, you get like House of the Dead or Area 51, and Terminator. I think Terminator 2 was one of the first-person shooter kind of games, and you were like two machine guns stationary on the arcade, and you would go side scroll through like the missions, and you would have to shoot the what were the T1
the T100s or the T1000s?
no, the T100s. Is that what Arnold was?
I don't remember. All right, that one goes to the group. Does anybody
Duck
remember
Hunt.
what
Duck
type of
Hunt. I
Terminator?
totally forgot about Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt, yes, I have it on
was
Nintendo.
lit,
T800.
T800. Thank you, Systematic.
Systematic with the win. I'm sending you your horn. It's on back order. You and Interdeviant are each getting horns. I've been waiting for them. And I get an email the other day like, these are on back order. I'm like, shit. I'll have to call on Monday and ask for a different size. Get a very tired customer service lady who's like, dude, I sell horns on the internet. Like, what do you want? Take these off my hands. So that being said, where were we? We were on Terminator. We were on games and arcades.
Arcades.
Did you guys ever play Time Crisis?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I
How
guess
cool was Time Crisis in the scale of shooter games?
Oh, Jesus.
10 is Doom. Or Duke Nukem. Depends on the kind of kid you were.
Maybe, 6?
No. That was a beautiful game. I put it at least a 6. Time Crisis. If you haven't played Time Crisis, it was a stand-up shooter game in the arcade, and you would have to press a pedal to stand up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so everywhere you went, you had cover. You'd get behind the cover, and then you'd press, you'd kick the pedal, stand up, and you'd come up, and basically you'd have incoming projectiles, and so you had to duck them. And when you ducked, it reloaded. So you go up, you try to empty a clip, get down and reload, but the pressure keeps coming, baby. You got to keep up. It's Time Crisis. It actually has a timer that you die when it goes out.
So, Papa, I got a question.
Duke Nukem, yes,
do you
Courtney
think,
Roth.
watching the progression of where the games are now, did you ever think you would see the day that VR would be in the house? Like, they joked about it in, like, TV shows and stuff, but, you go over to Fattie's house and you can play VR Swordsman.
Well, it's true. I mean, think about how when games first came out, they were what? You were talking about left scrolling from left to right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Mario Brother, or even before that, like Donkey Kong, where it was just one screen.
Right. Exactly. But then you progressed on to there was some Star Wars games that were all lines, basically out of a spaceship, but that was going forward. So now you got into more of a 2D or more graphics, and there you were kind of in a different world in essence there. But where they are now, my gosh, you can't tell the difference between people standing next to you and the people on the screen.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have a better relationship with the people on the screen.
I do.
I didn't say that.
See, because what happens is you could behead them and reload it. Oh my god. There's a lot you can do in VR.
Yeah, just like that.
Well, probably more than I want to know.
Oh my god. So I'm really glad you set up that soundboard. Thank you. So that being said, so hey guys, just real quick, in 10 minutes you're gonna have your Power 5. Steph's been through it. Major Mac's been through it. Kaoli has not been through it. So I'm gonna have to make sure we give him the rules before we start. Because tonight's is gonna be fun. It's gonna be high pressure.
High pressure.
There's a lot of pressure coming your way. Just get ready for the heat.
Always ready, baby.
It's a California summer.
It's a a long summer, a warm summer, like a decent summer.
There's a lot of fires.
That's like August. That's around August, yeah.
So actually, I gotta ask, what's the eye out for the fire season this year? What are they thinking out on the that they're gonna be seeing on the West Coast? Like a drier year, a wetter year? What's going on?
Oh, we're always hoping for a wetter year, but today was sprinkling, kind of dew, but that's about it. There wasn't anything going on, and I'm hoping for more rain. There's supposed to be rain coming, but it's still fairly dry.
Okay, all right.
So
And what do you got? What do y'all got there?
we got sprinkles today.
We got some sprinkles. We got snow last week. I bought a new motorcycle and I was ready to go out the next day and register it and go drive it, and it started snowing on it. I was like, what the hell? I need a garage.
Now you need a garage.
Yeah, no, so we went out, and your niece and I we went out and we bought one of those like canvas garages, like a 10x15.
Yeah.
And so I set that up, and now I can put my snowblower away. which is nice. I had nowhere to put it. I'd be like, well, throw a tarp on it. There's a concrete block. That was my storage method, was so many tarps.
It was effective.
I have like 8 gas cans because of every year they get ruined to sit out in the rain.
And you have found them all.
Oh God. Anyway,
He's still up in Canberra, systematic. And he said it was sprinkling earlier today. I don't know. That's
What was
where
that?
systematic says it's raining now. Where? And he's in California.
so Fortinbras, I see your comment. You wanted.
Right now it's pretty good.
I have to interrupt rain conversation because the Virtual Boy came up again from Fortinbras. Nintendo released a Virtual Boy a long time back. And they made early attempts at virtual reality, like the red on black background.
Yep.
And I remember really wanting that.
That was terrible.
But there's no way in hell my parents are going to buy it for me. They didn't. And I also really wanted a Power Glove. And my friend got a Power Glove. I got to use a Power Glove for real. And let me tell you what, it was not very powerful. In fact, it was awkward and difficult to use.
It was. It was.
There was an attempt.
You know what, though? It was the best invention ever?
Guess what wasn't one size fits all? The Power Glove.
The Game Genie.
The Game Genie was awesome. It got me through so many games. So many more games than I want to admit.
So many games.
Hey man, beating Ninja Gaiden wasn't that hard.
Or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh God, the
I
original
love
one.
that game.
The original one? Yeah, that was actually a different game that they custom into becoming a Ninja Turtle or something completely different.
Oh, man.
Speaking of which, what are we playing? Pops, what are you playing right now? What game is on the old system?
Switch? On the old system? Well, I'm playing Switch now.
I mean, that's what I mean.
What are you playing?
Oh, I just got the Mortal Kombat.
Did you get the Mortal Kombat? Nice.
Okay,
Well,
how do you like it?
I just got the extra memory chip so I could actually play it.
Nice. I thought Celeste got you that for Christmas, a memory chip, but okay.
No, he didn't get the chip.
I told her to get a chip, but hey, that works. What about you, Major? What's on the old video game screen these days?
On the PS3?
Well, I got some Outriders. I've been playing Temtem and like Hearthstone.
How do you like the Outriders? You said it was a lot like Destiny, right?
Yeah, it's very similar. Like you got to pick from 4 different classes, and then each class has 3 different skill trees that you could build on. But it like the style of games, like if you ever played Gears of War or any kind of like third-person shooter, it's just so like you see your character the whole time when you're running around doing quests and
Nice.
all that fun shit. But like the only sad part is that like it's still new and like it's super buggy.
I'm gonna say I would ask the same question for Miss Sass over here, but I'm gonna say you're playing World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
Yes, indeed.
Right.
We were actually gonna do some dungeons. We made it up to some levels. So maybe a little bit later we can do some dungeons. Other than that, Fattie, what are you playing?
I've been playing VR Swords. I most of my game time these days, just like kids have been on vacation, especially this last week. So I don't really have any time to play during the day between work and kids and stuff. So most of my playing is done like late after the wife goes to bed. So that's why I do the late lates with Fattie. And I've been playing.
I've been doing them late, like.
Yeah, like legit late. If I'm gonna game, that's like when I can actually do it. So I just jump on VR Swordsman and I try to cut off people's hands before I die pathetically, and it's a lot of fun. Little Bloodborne, some rocket cars here and there. I got to play cars with Mr. George.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which was fun. He's a good partner. Played well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Those eye pokes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Systematic. So they fixed the eye pokes, you said.
Oh, so they now have better head movement. They dodge more head stabs. You have to like really be coming in hot or catch it with cold timing.
Can I let you know I'm disappointed in this?
Well, here's the thing. I did a permadeath run. I did a permadeath run, and what that is you put it on hardcore. You say, okay, they have all their armor. If you hit them in the armor, it does nothing. You can only hit them in exposed areas. That's the only thing that counts. And I made it so if I died, I was permanently dead. I lost everything. I got about 2/3 of the way through the game, and I was very excited to get up to my first like big boss. I was like, oh hey guys, no problem. A guy just comes in, kills me, and I'm dead. I dropped to my knees for something that happened in virtual reality.
Little tear shredded.
It was awful. It was terrible, and I was embarrassed.
Before we get too far into this, I actually want to give our last week's shout out. She's gonna be doing a stream. Megan Bites is gonna do a birthday stream next week. She's gonna be giving away. Can you hand me those?
Oh yeah, let me.
She's gonna be handing out these awesome little stickers for you folks. If you go and watch, you're gonna this one. No, it's this one. No, it's this one. There we go. It's all reversed. Oh, that's cracked. Anyways, there we go. So she'll join up on the stream. She'll give out some stickers. And on top of that, yeah, you like that?
She also got this beard oil.
I got this beard oil. She makes these oils and chapstick. They're really good products. I'm not a chapstick person, but it's
so wait, she makes the beard oil?
Yeah.
Do you have
rad.
something you should be telling me, mister?
So beard oil and chapstick.
That's how good this show is. We get beard oil.
Yeah, we get beard oil and chapstick. Don't be jealous. You know,
we send horns.
Major, we gave you power of being mod. You just gotta show up more often.
I'm sorry, I work
potatoes.
Sundays now.
It's okay, we still love you.
Oh man.
It makes lip balm. Yes, she made the lip balm too. That's cheese potato. Okay.
See, you raise bees, man. You should be gathering beeswax.
I was talking to her about that. My bees. Actually, I went and checked my bees today, you guys, and they didn't get through the winter, and I don't want to talk about it. So I gotta go.
Oh no, they died.
So I gotta see.
Well,
if
now
I
you have
can,
to talk about it.
So now I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move the hive down off the hill and bring it closer, so I don't have to go hiking all the way up where it's at. And then I'm gonna try to see if I can get at least another starter to start a brand new one, and this way it's closer and easier for me to access than on top of a giant hill. So that's the plan. Watch more videos, take another class. Hopefully not kill the bees this time. Oh, Ragnon sneaks into the room and lurks. Roll! Did we notice?
Yeah. Did we notice him sneaking?
Oh, no,
he rolled a 4. Well, what's a dexterity check? I don't know. So there's some Dungeons and Dragons jokes coming in, guys. We need like a nerd noise. That's what we need.
That's all I got.
Oh my god. So it's almost 9:30. Guys, we're about to start the Power 5. There we go. See, now we have ominous gongs. So, which the ominous gongs is a great band name. You're welcome. You can use it. It's free to license.
I still like 3 pennies.
I still like 3 pennies short, or 3 penny day.
3 penny day. It's a 3 penny day.
Awesome. So that would have been a good one. Systematic. Nice. Good call.
Yes.
well, we know our next button. So we're about to start the Power 5. Now, Keoli. So Keoli, Major Mac, you guys were the guys I wrote these questions for today. I wrote these questions for you both today, and sadly, Steph, you came in late, so I didn't make you any specific questions. But do you want me to pitch you a question here and there?
I'm a little scared, but I guess I could try if you have one.
You should be scared. This is the Power 5. This is not just your average trivia show, okay? These are very serious questions that are going to test your knowledge of the topic at hand.
Test your might.
All right. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you a question. You have 30 seconds to answer the question. There are 10 total questions. If you get the answer right, we'll move on to the next question. If you don't get the answer right, well, there's still 30 seconds. We're going to make fun of you. All right. Are we ready?
No.
Major Mac.
Yeah.
You're up first. Question 1.
Okay.
What do real gamers prefer?
I don't know, a good screen to play my games on, man. I gotta be able to look at it, right?
Yes, we do have to see the game, but that is not the correct answer.
Hey.
I don't know. Real girls?
Like,
all right, coming down to the money.
Open-ended question.
There is a correct answer. 3, 2,
I don't know.
1.
Your preferences?
Time. The correct answer is Mountain Dew Code Red.
No, regular Mountain Dew, you disgusting weirdo.
Question number 2. This goes to Kaoli. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Which game from the 70s would be the best to get a gritty reboot film starring Kurt Russell?
The Thing.
The
Thing?
Thing? They made it the Thing game?
The Thing. Oh, yeah, I think they did.
What? The
I mean,
Thing?
I wouldn't
Well,
be
no,
surprised.
really?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know.
In the
What year
70s?
was that?
I said it in the 70s. So it could be 79. I mean, it depends on when the Thing came out. I have to Google that, and I'm a little lazy.
Strawberry.
You win with confidence. You are correct. Next question.
Girl. Get
Nice.
served, Fatty.
Oh, rough. All right. This one goes out to Major. Actually, I lied. This one's going to go out to Steph.
Okay, cool.
Oh god.
They say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Mortal Kombat characters have proven this thesis incorrect and have identified many more efficient ways to do so. What would your fatality be?
Oh shit. And there's a good answer to that one?
There is a correct answer to this.
Oh man, I would say rip a head apart or something. Rip a chest apart.
That is correct. You identified both rip the head and the chest apart. That's the Mortal Kombat answer. She gets it. This next question goes to Kaoli, and this is one where I get to tease you because there's a generational difference. What's wrong with gaming nowadays? But you have to answer this in a cranky fashion.
Like the old man out my lawn.
Not enough button mashing. I want to button mash. I don't want to think about combinations. Give me button mashing. That's all. Give me one after the other. I want to pound somebody's face. I want to cut off their head. I want to do it. I want to shoot them up. I just want to button mash. I don't have to think so much about strategy. I like strategy. But don't have me sit there and try to think about the combinations. Do I do up, down, twice? And do I turn around once and wave a dead chicken over my head?
Correct! You have identified exactly how I feel about Mortal Kombat. That's exactly how I feel about Mortal Kombat. I want to jump kick Goro for 90 seconds or he dies. I don't want to have to remember like 84 different button combinations. So that is correct. Holy shit, he is on fire. I love it. All right. This one goes to Major Macaron. You get 2 in a row. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
All right. Making the transition from video game to film has proven hard to do for most writers. What is Hollywood's biggest failure in trying to do so?
Oh, where do you start?
Yeah, for real, though, to be honest. They either don't get it right at all, or they try to make it so perfect that it's just fucking wrong.
But what adaptation is the worst?
There's a correct answer. You have 10 seconds. 8 seconds.
Which is the worst?
I don't know what the correct answer would be.
And time. You are timed out.
What's your
Street Fighter
correct
2.
answer?
Somebody give us a buzzer. Nice. Nice. So the correct answer is Street Fighter Legend of Chun-Li.
Ooh, I never watched that
Yeah,
one.
I never watched that
M.
one
Bison
either.
was blonde. I don't even think Chun-Li was Chinese. Like, it was the worst.
Wasn't E Honda like a Samoan in that one too?
Starring Melissa Joan Hart from Clarissa Explains It All.
Hey.
Street Fighter, Legend of Chun-Li.
I love Clarissa Explains It All.
Oh my god. All right. This second question, Major Macaron, 2 for question number. Oh my god, we're on number 5, I think. Would you rather get a hand job from Zangief or a foot job from Chun-Li?
We already answered this. Foot job from Chung Lee. Come on.
I decided to throw the one. Kaylee, that was gonna be a question for you, and I was like, I can't do it. I pussed out. All right, next question. Next question goes to Steph. All right. No, that's a Major Macaron specific question. All right, Steph, ready?
Okay.
The year is 2066. Video game characters are suddenly and inexplicably real. Which one wins the next UFC title in the middleweight division?
Any character?
Character or game?
Character.
Probably the Lich King from World of Warcraft.
It'd be who?
The Lich King from...
Oh, God, you nerd. I mean, he makes all the dead people follow him, and he makes the living ones do too. He's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I'll give you time. I'll give you time served on that. Next question.
Wait, what was your answer?
What was my answer? I actually didn't have an answer for that one. I'm not gonna lie. I wrote these like 20 minutes as the show, like before the show as it was starting.
By the way,
This is really a creative endeavor.
Major Macarons, Systematic wants to let you know that Zankief has that spinning twist action thing. Just throw it in
I
there.
mean, not wrong, but still.
You know that guy has thumbs that can roll 360s like no problem. So anyway.
King of Cosmos from.
All right, this question goes to Major. The advent of portable gaming changed the waiting while mom and dad go shopping experience.
Yeah.
Which game was the best to play in the car while your mom bought you the 3rd gallon of milk you needed for the day?
Oh, mine was Pokemon.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh man, Game Boy, right? Pokemon.
Oh,
Which Pokemon? Which Pokemon?
Yeah, I played. Started on blue, then I went to silver, then crystal, then ruby, then emerald. Like I played them all, baby.
He still plays them all.
Yeah, I do.
Do you have them all? Have you collected them all?
I'd say I collected them all, but they just keep making more.
The only one that I know that I've never had
is me too, isn't it?
Gold, actually. And yes, I've had every single Pokemon at one point in any of the games.
Solar Striker, Paperboy, Tetris,
Super
Mario Land, right?
Oh my god. Let's see.
Oh, real quick though, we talking about, since we're on like video game movie, real quick, because you were just bringing it up. Have you ever seen the movie Pixels with Adam Sandler?
No. That was a straight to Netflix, wasn't it?
I don't know if it's on Netflix, but it's kind of like a video game movie, but not at the same time, I guess. But it's actually, I thought it was pretty good.
Is that like Ready Player One?
Not really like Ready Player One, but
Think Cubert.
yeah, think Cubert.
Got it.
It's like that, but Cubert.
Papa Blanks, no.
Oh, actually, speaking of,
Megan
the
Blank.
next question goes to Papa Blanks.
Okay.
Here we go. They say a penny saved is a penny earned. Does that rule apply to princesses, and how large is Mario's harem?
Oh, it is huge.
And has Mario ever had a 3-penny day?
Oh yeah.
Megan Bites, welcome.
This all requires a 20-minute dissertation and a presentation, PowerPoints, and graphs.
I mean,
First, we need to define prostitution law in the Mushroom Kingdom. We have to define harem, legally speaking. Oh my god. You have 5 seconds.
I mean, I could have pulled up the presentation slot.
Time.
Bring up the presentation. There you go.
Oh, time. The correct answer is 8.
It is. Always 42.
Next question.
Always 42.
It's always 42.
Next question. Final question. Actually,
To everybody?
this one goes to everybody. You can speak at any time. Tell us about your favorite game, but we're going to make random noises as you do it.
They can't even hear it.
Uncharted.
Uncharted.
Buddy.
Or Gauntlet, depending on what time.
There is, we're just making noises. Keep going.
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yeah. It's like the only game that I've ever continued to play.
Final Fantasy.
Ooh, that one's good too.
And time.
And was it?
That is the Power 5. Well done, everybody. We have retained 9 viewers. You did good.
That is the true moment, because that's usually when the viewership drops.
That's how you know. When you look over because somebody's like actually like legitimately crying, and I'm sitting here like I broke her. But then she comes back and she comes back swinging. I'm like, yes, this is about trying to grow you guys as people.
So,
diamonds form under pressure, baby.
Pop, do you think that you would ever see the day that video gamers get paid to play games? It's even a sport now. Like there's e-sporters. You know, there's leagues. They most of them are all Korean. But
hey,
it's a thing, and you know, because of that, I mean, that's basically where this platform came from. It was mostly based on the gamer community, and it's became something a little different. But I mean, me and Fattie are like 3 people away from making a buck playing Overwatch, or you know,
Rocket League,
or anything. Would you ever think of the day that would actually be an actual thing compared to like spending $50?
That was a dream. It's a dream as far as I was concerned.
I can set you up. I mean, next time I'm out there, we'll hang out and I'll show you how to set up a Twitch account and like, you know, really piss off mom.
I'll watch.
And then what's gonna happen is we're gonna get you a Twitch account, and then all of a sudden you're gonna be at like 94 followers after like a month and a half, and we're gonna get jealous, and it's gonna create a massive rift that goes unhealed for a decade, until finally there's a tearful reunion, and then you cut to credits. That's a great movie. Oh my God.
That sounds way better than Player One.
That is definitely a better movie than Ready Player One. There's a lot of movies better than Ready Player fucking One.
The book is good though.
Oh.
Yeah, the book is great.
The book is actually really good. The movie doesn't.
I believe you. I haven't read it.
No, I
lazy.
Want to borrow it? I fully agree with you on that one.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so I mean,
Game.
it is the dream. I mean, for even just a regular Joe Smo, not even to do competitive play, because I mean, to be honest with you, we all watch my competitive play in Overwatch, and you know.
I feel like I used to be better at games competitively. I feel like I used to be.
We did it once, we can do it again. Damn it!
It was. Well, no. Here's the thing. I was a fucking god at COD 4 Modern Warfare when it came out. I crushed people at that game. It was stupid. What I did was I ran around with a silenced M16, the ninja perk, and I would just knife people and just sneak around. I lost like 2 of those. I feel like over a year span. I fucking killed it. And now I go back and I play the remake, and I'm fucking awful. I'm trash. Something changed. Was it me?
Yes.
Oh God, it was me. You're actually developing a nervous disorder. Your myelin is unsheathing. Anyway.
No. I don't know. You have any interesting questions? Do you guys have any questions for us? That's, you know, we talk a lot, and
we do talk a lot. We don't give you the chance to ask a question.
Okay. What was the earliest games you remember playing as kids?
Ooh, that's a great question. Blanks, you go first.
I think I know what Josh's is.
Age before beauty, Blanks. Go ahead.
I mean, it was definitely the Atari, right? We had the Atari. I mean, you had a box full of systems. Like there was options. I remember it as an option.
Was it in television way back when?
I mean, what systems did you have in that box? I remember as a kid there was a box in your closet that had like 3 or 4 systems in it. And you know,
we ended up doing a lot of Nintendo, and it was a lot of like Zelda.
Well, that's like more towards like 10. We got Zelda about the same time Ariel was born, and so I was 10, and she was born, and that's when I had Zelda and stuff. But before that, you had the Intellivision, and I like
River Raid.
There was like the tank game. There was Frogger.
Frogger. That's a sound he made.
I don't think we ever had Pitfall.
Was that?
I don't think we ever had Pippo. I do remember going over to your dad's house and playing Grandpa Blanks and playing Qbert on his PC, and he was like one of the first people I remember having an actual PC as a kid. And then slowly, Brother Blanks got a PC, and then I learned about what was it? Sim City. But no, I'm gonna say like the tank game or like maybe Pac-Man. I don't know what game was it when I was sitting on your shoulders and peed down your back? What game was that?
It was that. Okay.
That was an arcade, but which game were we playing at that point? Everybody's like, what?
Gee, Inner Deviant's got a question. I feel like I feel like as a married man, I got to answer this one. GF asked you something. I want to get back to Kaoli's question. I want to answer that too, but real quick. GF asked you something. You don't remember what she said. What do you say before she says, never mind? I'm sorry. I know this is irritating. Can you tell me again, please? That's what I say. Back to Kaoli's question.
I got a good answer though. You can always say, sorry, you're so pretty. I forgot. What was the question? And then boom.
That does work. I try not to use it. It's a little dirty. That's an inside hook and a little bit of headbutt. Like that's a little dirty, but it's a good trick. It works. You only throw that one when the ref ain't looking. That's all I'm saying. So I guess the first game I remember playing was actually the first game I ever played. It was Nintendo, and I was like 4 or 5, and going over to my uncle's house. My uncle had a Nintendo, and so he had Mario, he had Duck Hunt, and so we sat. He was like one of those guys that was like, I'm 35, I'll go buy Nintendo. So he did that, and so I started playing with my dad. And I was playing it and like jumping around. I got a chance to like sit down and play it for a little bit, and I figured out like how coins work, what a mushroom does, and what a fire flower does. Like that's what I learned. I was really bad, but that's what I knew. And I knew what coins were, and I knew what fireballs were. And so I'm playing. So my dad picks it up and he's playing, and it's like his first time picking it up playing. He's just like sitting down, and he's like, and he gets the fire flower. He's like, oh, this isn't so bad. And he fires a fireball, and he says, oh, is that my fireball icon up in the top right corner there? You know where the coin icon is? And I look at him and I said, Dad, those are coins. No, they don't. And he was like, well, fuck you.
Did your dad still have the mustache?
He had like a full-on Navy beard mustache deal going.
Nice.
This was like 1990.
He still has the mustache.
He still has it. He kept the mustache. But yeah, that was really fun. Basically, my dad stopped playing video games with me because I was probably an insufferable prick.
And at some point, it's gonna happen with you and your son.
Oh, probably. I actually no, no, because I play games with him. We play games together, and there's no problem. He's like totally a son about it, and I'm totally a dad about it, and we're great. I try to pass him the ball in Rocket League. I'm like, play it, boy. And he's like, okay. And then he smacks it in, and I sit back, and I say, God bless this little man. That's how it goes. I
mean, to be honest with you, the video game relationship that I have with my father has transitioned to this time. Like, I bought him a Switch.
We're doing this on fucking Twitch.
So I could play with him, and like I'm guilty of not playing as much games, but like I have a computer, I don't play on the Twitch much. But like occasionally, I mean, you've jumped on. We do call up all the, we call up my niece, and we'll shoot you a text, and we're like family night,
I just want to come
Mario
and
Kart.
beat all your asses at Mario Kart. I'm gonna stomp you guys into the earth.
I'm gonna have to buy Mario Kart so I can jump in on that.
We even got even cheat.
Hey, did you hear about the update to that game, Major? They added gallons of milk you can throw.
Oh my God, you with the freaking milk.
Well, when it hits the ground, if you hit a character, it turns them into a baked good.
Yeah, I'm not listening to you anymore.
There we go. I had fun with that. Oh my God. What is the meaning of life? Whoa. Okay, so first off,
42.
I'm going to question your question because you don't ask that on Twitch.
42 is the answer.
42 if you read books.
How many books?
He's coming to Twitch for answers, not books.
Just saying.
So,
The ultimate question.
what is the meaning of life? Why does life even have a meaning? Have we considered this question?
Okay, what's the meaning of life? To play video games on Twitch and get paid for it. So I can get 3 more people that are sitting here watching us and go, hey, yeah, these folks deserve $1 for playing video games on Twitch.
I guess, yeah, exactly. I guess we're having fun. So there's that, which is pretty cool. I guess, is there an external universe? I think we have to start there. This is kind of an ontological question, and more ontological than I meant to get today.
Oh dear.
Let's not jump into all that.
Everybody is a figment of your imagination.
Right?
Machine theory. It was proven with the Matrix. They showed us a universe where this is possible.
All of it. What kind of pill did you take?
Do you remember being like 13 and be like, yeah, man, we are fucking viruses. Like it was like rebel thought. Yeah, God, what else did we have up there? Did we have another question?
Oh,
I
sorry.
wasn't sure.
I was checking things.
No worries. Let's see. The meaning of life is also a decent Monty Python movie. Yes, it is. Every Monty Python movie's good, but you have to like Monty Python. You're at the center of the universe from your point of view as everything is moving away from you. This is true. Ever-expanding universe. Does it contract? Find out on the next episode.
Like a rubber band.
Yeah. Guess how many times the universe has contracted, guys? 42.
Yo.
Are we in the 43?
I can prove it with Douglas Adams.
Listen.
Good answer.
Let's see. Oh my God.
What is the difference between anal retentive and anal explosive?
Like anal?
I don't know. You're gonna have to answer that one for us.
You were quiet. You were quiet.
Yeah, we did. What I ate last week. That's all I gotta tell you, Systematic.
What did you eat last week? I'd presume a vegetable. At some point.
He made sopapillas, I think, last week.
Look on the bright side of life. That's, don't make us launch in a song here. It's 9:52 in the evening. You're not gonna like that. I tried to sing some Bonnie Tyler on like online karaoke in some strange Japanese app I've never been in, and I was like, I feel sad. I can't. There's like one person there, and I'm singing badly.
Speaking of video games, last week we had Megan Bites, and to build up for her coming on, we went and played on VR chat with Fattie. I control the character, and on all those that don't know who VR chat is, go to look up to VR chat confessions on YouTube first, because that's what actually got me hooked. Basically, it's a virtual reality, and everybody makes virtual reality chat, and everybody makes their own avatar, and they like. It would crack me up is people would be like, so tell me the worst thing you've ever done to your girlfriend. So they're like total like anonymous, and they're like, I did.
It smells like sweaty hair in there, guys. You just don't go in there.
But then I found a karaoke bar in the chat. And yes, Blanks hung out in a virtual karaoke bar.
Oh, God.
And I made Fattie sing karaoke songs that you couldn't hear.
Yeah, that was that went really badly.
I did.
I don't have a great singing voice anymore. All of the throat punching I've been taking for a long time has so eroded my vocal cords. But I decided I might want to start trying to do some Cher. You don't hear a lot of Cher on karaoke.
Cher.
Oh,
I love some Cher.
Which game would Cher have made a fantastic soundtrack for? Question back out to the group.
Mortal Kombat.
Cher would not have been good in Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
I don't know about that.
Yes, you would be singing "Do You Believe in Love After Life" or "Love
Guys,
After Life," and like
We're here.
she would be singing "Love After," Do you believe in love after or life after love? And like that'd be right after.
Believe in life after love.
Oh my God, the ET game.
I can feel something
They
inside me.
say
really
oh my
don't
gosh.
think
I lost
you know.
I'm done now.
Yeah. So yeah. Actually, I'm into this now. I want to scratch out my no and circle the yes.
Thank you. And
No
the
problem.
ET game is what Systematic says, and that game's a myth. Or unless you watch the documentary of unearthing the ET game.
The aliens are a myth. Even the games about the aliens are a myth. The government is not watching you.
Did you ever own the ET game? Did you ever play the ET game, or is it truly a myth?
We've always been at war with East Oceania.
That's going out to you, Pops. I think I lost.
Repeat that.
Did you ever play the ET game, or was it just a myth? Like, do you remember the ET game?
ET game?
Yeah.
It was like, was it an Atari or Commodore?
I think it came out like on Atari or Commodore.
I think it was
supposedly.
Commodore.
That might have been. Commodore was even before. Yeah. Gosh. I hadn't thought about Commodore.
I supposedly have seen footage. You know what? You haven't seen anything systematic.
I think the easiest thing to fake would be footage from a Commodore 64. Like if you
I'll
have
make that right now.
disposal, you could very easily, probably in about half an hour, create like a YouTube video. It's like, here's the background of E.T., the game development, and you got like a guy like really sweating. What you don't see is the guy off camera with a gun pointed at him, and he's like, video game being was changed with the advent of E.T. on Nintendo.
No. No.
That's what should have happened.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Any other questions we have here about just the transition of video games? I'm at a loss.
You know,
I got one.
You know what? I wanna jump on my soapbox for a second and say I really enjoyed gaming growing up. I still enjoy gaming, and my wife was even telling me that she's like, you know what? She's like, one thing I love about you is that you're goofy and you still play your games, and I'm like, cool. No, for real. It's been it's always been good fun, and it was always my way to like shut off and just enjoy myself, and it's helped me through many a bad day.
I mean,
Gaming.
I love where it's became where I can live on the East Coast and my dad lives on the West Coast, and he can send me a text or I can send him a text, and we can still bond by playing video games still to this day. Like to this point, I never thought. I mean, as a kid growing up, you wanted to go play video games with your friends. You would do a sleepover. I don't think I would ever really have that many sleepovers anymore with the internet webs like this. I'll be like, okay, yeah, we're gonna play games. We'll see you at home. You know, I'll get home. I'll jump on. About 8:30. We'll meet in Mike and we'll play some games. Like I feel the transition of the whole online play is completely. I feel like a lot of people are gonna miss the going over and hanging out and playing a two-player game. Sharing the console and playing a two-player game. You don't get Double Dragons.
What happens now is my son and his friend will both sit there each with their Switches, and they might play the same game sometimes. They might just play separate games or just hanging out together doing it. That's how it kind of is now. But that was back when, I remember like trying to play N64, trying to play GoldenEye, and my friend killing me because I didn't know it was poor form for him to be the little short guy. Fucking what's his face?
I love that game.
Oh my god! And then he's like, I also like Perfect Dark. That
was a terrible game.
They were all terrible.
GoldenEye was a great game. I don't know.
GoldenEye was it was an iconic game, but it was terrible. Objectively, because I always lost. Yeah.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a controller when you were a kid? You're playing against somebody else. Your controller, the button's always stuck, and you always lose. This is not the controller I want to use.
I still use that excuse.
Somebody dumped soda on there.
I still use that excuse to this day.
Dude, I did it on Twitch. I used that excuse on Twitch like a couple weeks ago. I'm playing Bloodborne, and I have a paddle that has been dropped like 84 times, and so it has like that, like the left stick just like gives forward input sometimes. I forget what's called drift. I've got analog drift on it. And so like I'm trying to like cross these really narrow ceiling beams, and I fall off to my death, and I'm like, I'm not bad. It's just my paddle sucks. I swear, guys, please don't leave. I'm really good at this. Look at my build. It uses fire.
Yoga, flame.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but coming up on that, it's done with the first hour. At this point, we like to ask folks, what did you get out of tonight? Starting with you, Pops. What did you get? What did you learn from this tonight? What did you get out of this episode?
It was like going down memory lane. makes me remember all the times we've had. It's actually good. I like the conversation.
Nice.
Nice.
Look at.
Aw.
So his heart just grew 3 sizes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be so. I'm not gonna be all.
It's hot in here
grumpy.
now.
What about you, Major? What did you get out of tonight?
Video games transcend generations.
Like good music.
Yes.
Miss Steph?
Video game friends are friends. That's what I get from that.
Video game friends are friends. Unless you're in a Modern Warfare lobby, then you just find out your mom sleeps around a lot. You know?
Oh, snap!
That's what ends up happening.
Man.
That's why I don't socially connect with people through games anymore. I'm like, oh, you killed me in Bloodborne, and I think you're 14. Look at that language.
I'm gonna tell a story, and my father told me this at one point, and I thought it was funny. And Dad, I hope you don't mind me telling the story, but I'm telling it anyways. So one day, my dad was playing with my older brother.
Bonus.
And I don't know exactly how it went, but my older brother got upset with him and called my dad a motherfucker. And my dad looked over at him and goes, I sure am.
Oh, singer!
And that's like I hope someday you could have that with your son. He just turns at you and goes, motherfucker, and you look at him and go.
See, no, I just look at him and be like, you know what, say whatever you will. You can't slip a punch yet. And then he's like, I'm working on it.
Conversation stopper, it really is.
It really is.
Oh, man.
Well, our hour is up, and so we usually right about here. We're going to stop here and record for all those YouTubers that follow us.
We do have after show. If you want to join us in the after show, hang out in the Discord.
And if not, you're more than welcome to skedaddle, and me and Fattie will sit here and try to hold conversation like two awkward monkeys.
Oh,
So,
yes.
for all those
There's still
YouTubers,
we
we'll talk to you
barely
later.
scratched the